Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the vintage paper girl. Welcome to my studio, and it's weekend crafting with me. Summer crafting, but we're not stacking our stash today, so I don't want to call it summer stash because, stash stacking, we're not doing that today. Today, we're going to work on, for those of you who are new, and even those of you who've been here a while, we're going to work on a super simple, beginner type, tall journal. And very easy, and we can make it as hard or as easy as we want, and it's going to be made with lightweight cardstock. I printed everything on a 48-pound cardstock, and all my major pages are going to be on that. Okay, so before we get going, how is everybody? Are you all good? I hope everybody's getting well. Jolene's still ill. I'm hanging in there. Greg's doing good. But before we do that, I want to show you, remember we did these in our last video real quickly. For those of you who missed it, that last video I did where I was saying, what I created, at the end I do a craft project with you. So you might want to go back if you missed that and you only watched the beginning. You might want to go back and see how we made these and what they're made from. They're actually made from postcards, and they're window postcards. So I finally got all the ribbon on, all the dangles, and there's this one. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, super cute. So we've got the ribbon, the dangle, the works. Go back over this one. And these can go in a journal, or they can give as a gift or a happy mail, whatever you want to do with them, okay? And these were inspired by Glam Junk Journals. I believe it's Pam. So we have those, and then the simpler version was these, done exactly the same way. So we have quite a few of these lovely, I need to put these in something bigger. So I'm going to put those off to the side, and we are going to get to today's project. Oh, I do have Lorna's newest rubber stamp. I haven't done anything with it yet, but it's a beautiful, I believe she said it was German. I'm not positive, but I haven't used it yet, but I will. So, and if you want one of Lorna's stamps, you have to message her because she doesn't carry the stamps in her Etsy shop. You have to go to her Etsy shop, send her a message and say, hey, what can I get? Or can I get that one? Or if you really like it. I just loved it because it's all like you could just stamp words. Just you want to fill a page, right? Which I think is always super fun because sometimes you don't know what you want on the corner of something. And you're like, oh, I need to fill that space. Like I just made some cards. Don't ask me what I did with them because now I don't see them. I don't even know where I put them at. Oh well. That had a blank spot, and that would have been great for it. So that just arrived not long ago, and I just finally got to look at it. So today I'm going to be working with a kit from Happiness and Crafting. That is a G. Kerr. And this is her, what do we call this? Let's see. She keeps her names pretty simple. This is just tall journal, and in this case it is a roses one. It's a very big journal kit. It's about 20 pages. I'm not on her design team. I'm not a guest designer. I just love her work. I've been following it a very long time. I'm in her craft group, but these are all the pages. Now I didn't use them all because there's 20 and I don't need 20, but you can see there's a lot of different, feels like 2 pages there, is it? No, it just got printed on a cardstock for some weird reason. And then these were the second half, which is these, because I printed it in 2 sections, because they're a PDF for me. They probably would be brighter if you were doing JPEG or something, but I do PDF. So here's the rest of them. Oh, turn that one around. I think that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty. I left that one out. Probably should put it in. Oh, well, but I can make journal cards and things out of these. And then it comes with 2 lovely blank pages, which I put on the back of mine. And then, oh, that's really pretty too. Yeah, so there's just gorgeous 20 pages. Just beautiful, yummy, perfect Happiness and Crafting from G. Kerr. She's got so many gorgeous kits. I have a good amount of them. I maybe have, I'm pretty close to all of them. There's a few I didn't. Either they were a little too grungy or maybe they just weren't like my style, but I definitely I have a lot, like almost everything she's made. And I have all of her freebies that she does in her Facebook group. If you go to the Facebook group, you get freebies to go with it. I'm pretty sure I do have a freebie for this. I'm gonna have to go look. So anyway, we're gonna make it simple. It's going to be made out of this. I printed on both sides, as you can see. I see here that I was having a lot of trouble with Miss Bertha. She did not want to print correctly. I mean, cut. She's getting old, and one of these edges she was giving me fitzo. Yeah, so I have some white, but I guess I can just ink that spot, you know, wherever it's a little white. This is going to be my cover piece, I think. I'm going to, these are G's also. This is her collage cards, #1. Then I'm going to use some, I think I may use some documents in there. I'm just not sure. But if I'm going to, I probably, now would be my time, right? So I picked 10 pages. And I'm liking these 10. And I've done the backs. So I kind of tried to put more blank pages between and not put all my line pages together. Although I do see I did that there. I'm just double checking to see what I did here. I might move one. I've got one where I've got, well, I'll just leave it the way I originally thought I was going to do it. I don't want to start messing with it because then it'll mess with me big time, right? This is the cover. Okay, so the cover piece, I really don't want that white. Let me see if Bertha will let me cut it again. She decided she'd had enough. I was doing a lot of cutting and she's getting dull, you know. Although she still cuts better than the plastic, the cheap plastic junk that's out there, I'm going to tell you. Now, I could do the whole, gonna have to use this one. Put it on the scoreboard and score my pages because this is definitely thick. But I'm just going to do a bone folder. It's on a mat. Oh, you know what? I need to see. Maybe I'll just fold them. You know, maybe that's just the best way. Because I think trying to find the middle, I was going to say what I was going to do was just go down the middle and do a little scoring to make it easier to fold it. But I think I'm just gonna do it this way, but we'll see. Let me see. Let me get my, I think I did it better than the score line, you know. Then you're gonna need a bone folder for this. You can use whatever kind of bone folder you have. If you don't have one, we do carry them in our shop, but right now the shop is on vacation. So that is page 1. And I'm going to go like that. And now I'm going to fold this because I need these to be folded. Although I'm wondering if I'd be better off putting the pages in. I want this to be my cover page. I will probably do some kind of wrap over it or some kind of folder. I'm not really sure, you know, what I want to do at that point. But there's some things I like to put in here. Now I could keep it just a very hard folder journal, just keep it very firm and not put any pages in. And that's where my dilemma is. It's like, do I want, last time I did not. I think I might have put in like a few little book pages. I might have put in just a couple of little things, but I don't think I put anything big and major in there. I think that this would be okay in between a couple pages and maybe one of these. Yeah, because this is rag paper. So maybe I'll put a couple of those in there. I don't want to put a lot of papers unless they're like original. I wanted to put a few of the Italian papers or some real music page. I may add those, but I'm not going to add a lot of it. I'm just going to add a little bit of it, right? So okay. Again, this is rag paper and I want to do that. I'm not going to put any blank pages because I do have enough line pages to write on. This is going to be Simply Decorated, but this is a beginner's, definitely a beginner's journal. I don't think I want Jingle Bells. Christmas. No, I don't want Christmas music. I don't know what that one is. Let me see what I've got here for music paper. I just want to put in maybe... I was looking to see what the titles were on these. This one doesn't have anything, so maybe that would be better. No, I kind of like that. It's got a great little poem on it, so we'll use that. Okay, so I think I've gotten rid of that indecision. But this is how it is. When I'm putting together a journal, I decide what do I want to add. I think I do want a piece of either vellum or tracing paper. I always like a little sheer something to peekaboo. Let me get a piece of tracing paper. I got a tracing paper pad in 1 minute. This is a Crayola one I got. I think I got this on Amazon. I don't really know. Or maybe I got it, I don't know if I got it at Target or got it at a... Okay. The tough part is we do have to cut the pages down because they're too thick. So, I mean too wide or whatever you want to call it. And, sorry, I'm dropping stuff on the floor. Oh, I've got to clean up this room. God, do I keep telling myself that? It hasn't happened yet, though, huh? Okay, so this makes a good page. These are good pages. This is a good page, and this is a good page. But I am going to have to cut them down to match my book. Now, my book, based on my cutter and my printer, is 10.5 by, when you close it up, well, when you don't close it, it's a 7.5. Close it. Well, technically, it's going to be 3 3/4. So, you know, you close it. It's not very wide. It's a very narrow, easy, fun little journal to write in, though, because you got these nice long areas to write. So it's cool. And now, I think I'm going to... I want to look to see what do I want to cut off of here, because I just love this. And I mean, I could have that on the outside, but I don't think I will. Well, yeah, because that would fold. Yeah, I could do that. Kind of go up here. I see what I need to do. I just want to see where I need to cut off my, or rip off, or whatever I'm going to do. Let me put the music paper out of here. So pick out your pages, print it on something heavy. Now, if you don't have heavy, this is a good project for double-sided scrapbook paper. If you have double-sided scrapbook paper, this is a perfect project because you know how thick scrapbook paper can be. You don't want it the like super, super hard kind, but like Blue Fern is too heavy. I don't even know if Blue Fern's even alive or around anymore. I had heard that they were not producing any more paper, so I don't know. Now, wait a minute, I forgot. Something I can do is I can fold it up. I forgot about that. I could fold it, you know, create the tucks and all the tucks to put in there, which might be the way to do it instead of ripping it all apart, which breaks my heart to do, right? So if you have, where's my cover? Okay, I'm starting to get these all mixed in. I cannot do that. I have them all the way I want them, and I want to be careful here. All right, so if I were to put that in there, how much would I need to, oh, okay. I see. So I would want to fold this in. This becomes a tuck spot. This feels like a couple, it is a couple pages. Well, no wonder. I was like, this paper is really thick. Like, why is this paper so thick? Huh, no wonder. Yeah, I don't need all those pages. This is my little pouch that I use to make journals. Put a little bit of everything in it, and I just throw it onto my desk, and I grab what I want to use, right? So I'm going to turn that down. Make sure it's going to fit. Yes, it is. And I'm going to turn this down. See, and it goes inside here very nicely. And then I want to fold it up. Now this is where I may cut it down. I don't know. I might. Or I'm going to fold it up. And then fold it again. So it creates pockets and tucks all the way across, right? So, yep. Not too tall, just right. I'm going to move this here. Oh, I love this really, really old worm paper, which Rachel doesn't have any more of. She's given it all out, and I was blessed enough to get quite a few packets of it. Yes, 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 I was. So you have to jump on her stuff, though. The minute she shows what's new in her shop, I have to go right over there and get it, or I won't get it. So there we go. So now that gives me this great pockets. Now I could fold it up this way. Nope, I kind of like it folded that way. And I may change that, but we'll see. So that's possible. We can do the same thing with our music paper. I can fold this up a bit, and it can be a shorter pocket. Now, if I fold it in half, what do I get? No. So what I can do is fold in one side just a little bit, and then I can fold it in half. Okay. Or not even half. I can do whatever I want to do. Yep. As long as it, oh, darn. Doesn't quite fit in there. I have to go all the way over. Yeah, it just fits in there. Just, but I have a feeling when I put it in, it's probably going to stick out. So I may end up having to fold down another side or fold this one a bit more. There we go. So we've got that, we've got that. And we're going to put these between the pages, but I want to get everything ready to go. This one, on the other hand, I cannot have it too big. I don't want to put pockets in this, so yeah, it's too tall. I'm going to cut it down, and I'm going to cut it down the sides too. So give me 1 second. Let me just trim it a bit. I don't know if I cut it off enough or not. We'll see. Let me see if I cut it enough. I love it over a rose page. It's really pretty. No, of course I didn't. Of course I didn't. Oh, I knew it. Okay, let's try this. They're very skinny pieces, but they're so pretty. Now this would be lovely over a page, which is the goal, is to put it over one of the pretty rose pages. See how pretty that is? Yes, and that fits just right. Okay, so we're going to use that. And I'm going to use some book page. So I think that's all I want to add on these. I don't want to add a million. These are all vintage pieces with the exception of this for here. Now this is a wide one. Wait, where's my little skinny one? There it is. Definitely want to use this in there. That is going to need some help for sure. What do I want to use? I guess I could use, let me see what I have in roses. Hold on a minute. Second, I'm going to my Amity bloom boxes. I'm going to my bloom boxes. I've got 3 of them that are all just full of Amity bloom. I don't know. I wanted something, maybe this one. I have 3 boxes of Amity bloom tape. I keep telling myself I have enough. Oh, see, this is very pastel-y, but I think it'll be okay. I'll just be careful where I put it. How's that? So what I want to do, I'm not going to put it in and then try to fix it. This time I'm going to fix it first. Right? Let's do it first. And let me do this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the inside. Isn't that pretty? I love this tape. She certainly knows how to create gorgeous washi tape, but she doesn't sell it year-round. She sells it once in a while. I don't even know if she's going to do anymore. But when she does, I try to buy it. But I think I've got enough. Honestly, I'm looking at the amount of tapes I have, and I think to myself, oh my gosh, that's enough. I don't need any more. But then she'll come out with something else, and I'll go, oh, I do need more. So it just goes with what we're doing. There's some blue, and I think, honestly, that would look really lovely next to this page. Yeah, see, it would look lovely because there's all the blues there. So, and then we're going to fold this lovely little page in half. So when we stitch it in, it'll be okay, right? So Amis are very sticky. You usually do not need any kind of extra gluing. We're good. So you don't need to add any extra glue. It's very, very sticky. In fact, if I tried to pull this off, it would rip this whole page up so bad it wouldn't be worth it, right? So that's ready. This one's going nowhere. It's just fine. Okay, so we've got our extra pages to go in to the journal. So let's get these ready to rock and roll here. So what we've got, I believe I have 10 pages. Let's see, do I have 10 pages here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we've got these 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, which is exactly what I like to have. I like to have between 12 and 15 pages in a journal. Unless I'm doing a big project like my Marie Antoinette, and that one has like, I don't know, 100. So, all right. So what I want to do is I'm going to flip that over. And I'm going to fold these all because that's our next step. Well, actually, I think I'm going to do this. I know I'm driving you crazy. I'm sorry. But this is a process video. This is how I figure out my journals. If I'm going to round my corners or make them pretty or do something special, this is the time I'm going to do it, right? Now, this is my cover. So I do want to see if would I want to just round my corners on the rest of them. And now I'm thinking, why did I do that? Because I might want to put no, I don't want to. I was thinking I might put metal corners on. I guess I could still. What I want to see, now I'm going to fold this one. Let me move my tools. Let's move some things. I don't think I need those right now. Clouds are coming in. It's supposed to be 97 tomorrow. I don't know. But I heard that the fog was coming in too. So I don't know. Sitting out on the coast, which we get that cool breeze in the afternoon, which we're not getting today. So, and it was warm. Let me make sure I am recording. Sometimes this thing will click off and let's see. Do I want... Oh, yeah. So you can see it now if I don't make them all the same. Oopsie. Okay. So this is the cover, yet it seems smaller than the other pages. All the pages are weird. I might have to recut some of these pages. Do I want them all? I think I'm going to do them all. I'm going to do them all like this. But this is how you find out. You just do it. Don't be afraid to do stuff. You know, just do it, right? And if you don't like it, see if you can recut it or whatever. Put something over it or add something to it. So now I'm going to have these little flippy things all over me and all over my studio. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And we're going to put that in there. And I guess I'll put them in as I get them ready. Why don't we do that? Okay, so let me do this. This is repetitious, but it's going to probably be the majority, for those of you who are new, of how I put together a very simple tall journal. Now, I love tall journals above all else. And I did make tall, what they call document journals with Rachel at Roxy Creations before I ever made my first flip-flop journal or ever saw a flip-flop journal. Or anybody did a flip-flop journal. We were making, hold on, I'm getting one. Here, friend. Hold on one second. We were making tall journals before the flip-flops came along, and this is one of them. This is one of Rachel's. As you can see, it's very tall, and this is a document journal. I made a big cover for it, which I may make one for that. I haven't decided, but this is where I first learned to make my tall journals, was with Rachel at Roxy Creations. So I have always loved making stuff tall. I've always made big folios tall like this, and I made my own big journals, but started getting a little more creative and a little more fancy with, you know, Rachel when she did her, excuse me, I have the hiccups. When she did hers, I had a little snap because I did another video before. So I'm looking for my other one. I want to see if they're both here. Yeah. Okay, this one's a little more simple. This is the first of the long journals I made, and this is a document journal. The other one had a cool folder, but this is a document journal I made with Rachel, and this was before I had a lot of real documents or books. I just have never, oh yeah, I did have them. No, I lied. I have the real thing in here too. So you could see, you know, there's books, and so I want to get these done, but isn't this cool? Oh, I just love this. I haven't finished these. They're sitting in my drawer. They need to be completed, and you know, I need to get back to them. So okay, so that's where my tall journals, but I've always made tall folios, big ones, and made journals to go in them. So then I started making them with Rachel. Then I saw the my buddy making them with I didn't pick up anything, did I? Oh, no, I got 3. Okay. I lost where I was. Sorry. Started making them with Leslie, making her flip-flops. That was the first really complicated. I'd made others with, or similar to that, with G. Kerr on Happiness and Crafting. She's always made the most cool stuff, all different kinds of things. File folders, and she used everything, paper bags, and talk about the queen of crafting. To me, she is the ultimate crafter because she doesn't just do journals. She does resin, and she crochets, and she makes flowers and doll dresses, does a lot of origami type stuff. And oh my gosh, I love making everything she makes. But in order to keep up with my channel, I can't craft with her like I would like to. She does have a couple projects I really, really want to do, so I may have to slow it down here and do some of hers because I don't want to miss out on the things. I want to try a bunch of the stuff she's doing. Not the resin, because that's an investment. You got to get the little machine and all that tape and all the stuff you got to get. So I don't think I want to invest in that. I'm so invested in stuff from Tim Holtz, it's crazy. I have a bunch of his projects I want to do. So right now I'm just popping these inside as I go. I will double check to make sure I like what's where, because what I see is happening now, I must have gotten out of sync because I was trying to keep like some basic papers between. So now I think I've gotten myself out. Darn it. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and rearrange those. But I probably will rearrange at least once or twice before I actually stitch it, because a lot of times I want to add little bits and pieces. Now I will add little shorty pages and things from G's kits or bits. We'll see. Oh, I did them all. Okay. I'm gonna have a big pile of those, aren't I? But I'm trying to make sure I line it all up. She's got this cool edging here, but you're not going to see it because it gets bound in. So once you bind it in, you don't see the edges that she did. She did all these cool edges. But unfortunately, when you're binding it into a journal, you tie it in, stitch it in, whatever you're going to do, sew it in, or put papers on it. Whether you use this stitchless binding or tabs or whatever you're going to do. This is just a real simple one, which I think you're going to love doing if you're brand new. It's so easy. You can do whatever shape you want. Now, if you have 12 by 12, this is a great one for a 12 by 12. It can be 12 inches tall. That is a very fun. In fact, in some museums, I saw journals where they were long and narrow in England. So English journals, or they would use their sums, their ledgers. Their ledgers were very tall. And so the English ledgers were always super duper tall, and they would write all their notes and things in it and who owes what and on and on. So definitely I would say that they're historic enough. I think, I've been pressing them down as I go, right? Yeah, I guess I am. Just want to make sure I am, because if I don't, this is not going to close because this is pretty stiff. I didn't do this one. Yep, I knew I didn't. Aren't these gorgeous? They're just beautiful. I'm glad I'm doing these corners. I think it gives it some interest. It's not the little squares. I like it not square on the end. Yeah, some of these are going to stick out. When you tie them in, it does suck it up. And we're not going crazy and putting like 20 pages in there. Just not happening, right? So, I'll make sure I got the right one here. All right. What's new with you guys? What are you doing this weekend? I don't know. We are getting the house ready and my hair and clothes and everything ready for graduation. We've got to get everything ready. Got to get our gifts for the girls. Get the cards all signed and gifts together. Want our girls to be ready for fun graduations and family. We're going to see everybody, hopefully. Gosh, I don't want to look forward to it too much because you know what happens every time I do that. So I'm planning, but you know, I'm not going to tempt fate. So I would like to be there for everything. We'll see. I'll go with what I can. My daughter's aware that I might not be able to do everything I want to do. So I think I am going to try to punch this. It might munch it. Ooh, it did it, but it was sort of like, yeah, munched it a little bit. Not bad. I think it's okay. I think this one, I would like to do a little something at the top. It's not perfectly lined up, so it's okay. Yep, that was good. That way we won't have anything sticking out at a weird angle. I can always glue it closed. It's not an issue, right? I have to get this thin enough here, though, to get it in there because it's a little bit thicker than I would like. There we go. I want everything to kind of fit in there. I don't want any sharp little corners sticking out, sticking its tongue out at us, right? So we pull that over and go ahead. I'm even doing the document. I know. Some of you are like, no. Oh, it won't hurt it. Doesn't take, there's no value in it. It's been ripped apart. You know, it's not in its original form. And this one was worm eaten, so there was no value at all in it, except the trash can. And Rachel knew there were those of us who said, we'll take it in any form. I don't care. It's Italian. It's old. It's from the 16th century. I'll take it, you know. She's taking care of the worm issue. There are none when we get them. So, all right. We've got, I think, everybody. I almost hate to do this. I'm going to. I don't know. This one, no, I'm not going to do anything with that one. That one's really old too. So, all right. Alrighty. Now, oh, I forgot to fold this last one. Oh, I need a middle, don't I? Whoops, what do I want to put in the middle? I guess I had better figure out, oh, you know what? I think do I want that in the middle or do I want that in the middle? I went the wrong way on that one. I think I'm going to put this one in the middle. That does put like a lot of the same thing there, and that is where you would put one of those pages. I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so there we've got it. So I'm going to look through my pages and see what I think. See, those are really plain, and they should be in between these two. Yep, they should. So I'm going to put this one right here. Yep. See, do you see what I mean? Okay, so like there's a rose there. There's a sort of lighter page, then you got a darker page. Then here's a lighter page, then a darker page, then a lighter page. And then we got that. So, okay, I think we're good. Let's see. And I don't care that the pages stick out. I really don't, because sometimes I'm going to add other things. I want to check my time. Not that I have to quit at any specific time, but I just like to know where I'm at. Now here, I'm either going to put this here or I'm going to put the music paper here. Kind of like that there. So, got to do some gluing on that page for sure. I go like this, like this. And I would definitely be putting an image in between somewhere in here to break that up a little bit more too, because it's two plain pages together, which I don't usually like to do. Now it's going to be my center, I think. I like that. I think that pretty rose in the middle, that's really pretty. Now this one, I'm going to put this here, right here. So you go open, you get to the music page, and you go to that. I do have, I want to put this on a very bright page, which I think that's probably my, I think I'm going to put that there. Maybe. Come on, you. Open, open, open. I decided not to put vellum in this one. I just decided to do the tracing paper because I really like the tracing paper. A lot of times I'll put the lace on that, or so I'm going to move that up the page. I don't want it at the bottom. We don't need to have it heavy at the bottom. I think this page is, wait, I know where that one was going to go. I think I'm going to put this one here. I'm probably going to have to fold these in a little bit because I bet you they're too wide. Yes, they are. I knew it. Okay, let me fold this. So these become tuck pages or just something cute to look at. Or we can make them actually function. It's up to us if we want to do that. Okay, so we've got that there. We have that there. Now, where was I going to put that blue one? Oh, yeah, it looks good with that. So what page was that? Oh, that's that page. Do I want to put that there? Maybe I do want to put that there. Yes, I like that with that. I usually try to put the little pages like this right in the very front of the book. I don't know why. I just think, oh, but now we've got two written pages together. We cannot have that. Now we can put that in there. Okay, we could do music page there. Let's see if that's too much. Yeah, it is. So, too soon to put that there. But not too soon for there. Okay, I think I might have everything where I want it. Let me look. That's a nice, that feels so good in your hands. It's so firm, it's yummy. Let me see. I need to move that up the page quite a bit. Normally I would add a lot more pages, but I just really don't think I want to do that. The only other thing I might add here would be a doily, because that is the kind of thing this journal would call for it. I may have to, would call for it. So I don't know. It's like, where would I want to put that doily? Maybe there? I don't know. I think if I was going to put a doily, it would probably go right there. I'm thinking. So let me see what color doilies I have. Oh, okay. I'm looking for some darker ones, not my really light, bright ones. And I don't really want them to be, I want them to be pink or, yeah, I have these. I think these might work. I don't know who made these. And a lot of the shops that used to do this stuff aren't doing it anymore. So sometimes I hate to even say, oh, this is where I got it, because I don't know. Let's see, who is this? This was, if they don't put a card in there, then I don't know. She wrote me a nice note. Oh, a passion for paper. Yeah, she might still be doing it. I am not positive, so don't quote me. Let me see. Yeah, that would be pretty on there. That matches that pretty well. Or I could go lighter. What's on the other side? Oh, it doesn't matter. Either one would go. They both looked fabulous, so no problems there. Yeah, I bought these years and years and years ago from A Passion for Paper. Love her work. I don't know if she's still, I'm sure she has a shop. I mean, I'm sure I've seen her. I mean, I'm pretty sure I've ordered from her recently. It's just been a while, you know. I mean, I forget to look when I buy stuff who I'm getting it from. But I think I'll go with the darker one, because I'm less likely to use that darker one, you know, in the future, but I'm more likely to use the lighter pink. So let me just throw that up there. I don't want to be dealing with it. I'm going to fold this in half. Oh, her colors are so yummy. Oh yeah, we just want to put a little something. I didn't want to put a giant, big giant lace in there, just a little something. Yep. Okay, so there we have it. Got it all ready. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want in here. Yes, I could do envelopes, and I said I was going to keep it simple. I've got to keep it simple. The one I made before had a lot of really cool stuff in it, but I just don't know. Let me see if I can find the full-size cards of this. Yeah, there they are. These are G. Kerr's Happiness and Crafting. These are her collage card set one. I was thinking I might want to fold one in on a page that's kind of not, oh gosh, they're not printed on the back. Darn it. Darn it, darn it, darn it, darn it. Yeah. What? Did I do any other, did I do any that I printed on the back? Sometimes I pre-print the pink or something on the back, and I did not on this set. I'm going to kick myself all the way to there and back again. Oh, darn it. Well, I was thinking about adding one in on one of the more blank pages that doesn't have anything like that. Well, we've got the music paper there, I guess. We wouldn't put it there. Like here, maybe. It would be cool to have one of these little cards tucked in there. I'm thinking. I guess I could just ink the back. I mean, it's not like it's that difficult. Of course, once I cut into the sheet, then I have to either reprint the sheet if I want to get them all set as journal cards again, right? So let's do this. Okay, let me see what we got going here. I know, finally, we're terrible. We use, like, we have certain things we like to use, and we're finally getting to this place where we're having to replace stuff. Ugh. We need a new couch. Desperately. New couches. We have two really long couches. We wanted a sectional, but honestly, with the way we are, knit legs and everything, we're thinking maybe we don't want to do that. What I'm thinking is just like turning this down a little bit. I see everybody do this all the time. And then they put it in like this, and then they attach something to that side. So put it in to kind of break up your page a little bit, which I think I'm going to do. And oh my gosh, flying Walindas here. That's what I call these little things when they're flying all over the place. That was a trapeze act. I want to say in the 70s or 80s, the flying Walindas. So let me put that back. Smash my fingers there. Okay. And what color do I want to put around that? Do I want pink or... Well, it seems like this is very vintage. Definitely vintage looking. So I guess I will leave it vintage on the edges to match all the other pages that are kind of pre-inked almost. I don't have to really ink anything unless, of course, I didn't cut the white off very well. So I mean, I can't imagine anybody writing on this, but they could put a little note or a secret photo or something that they want to put in here, right? So I guess it's okay to kind of just, you could take a brush and do it too if you don't want to use your dauber. I just wanted to take the bright white off of it and get my dauber and, I mean, not my dauber, there we go, bone folder. And then, because that's what I was thinking of doing with some of these more simple pages, is just adding like a cute little card over it, right? And you could glue it down, which I may do, or leave it running, and then same thing over there. That looks really cute on that side. Look how cute that looks there. Oh yeah, I'm gonna move that up actually. There, that looks good there and there. I like that. Okay. I don't know if I need to paper clip that. Do you think I should? Maybe I better. I don't want it to go away. There we go. Sometimes when I don't want something to move, I will go ahead and put a little glue, which I'm going to do with a couple of things because I don't want to move it around. That and the doily both are going to get the, okay, where did that come from? Was it right there? Yes, it was. See, I got to be careful. I'm ripping things out of here, not paying attention to what I'm doing. And I'm going to get myself into big trouble. So what I'll do when I don't want something to move around and I know where I want it to go, because actually that makes a little tuck spot up there if we want. Same with that one. So what I'll do then is I will just add a tiny bit of glue right at the seam, right? I'm going to push that on there. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side, just a little bit of glue. And I try to do whatever major thing I want to do before I go ahead and stitch it all together. Okay, that is just to keep it from moving around, because when I go to stitch that in, you know that things start moving like crazy and you're like, oh dear. Like I might do that with this too, because I don't want it to move around. I've had so many times I've stitched something in and then been so upset because it moved on me and it ended up being in a place I did not want it. So I may just do the same thing here. I'm not going to put a lot of glue, just enough to keep it from moving around and keep it where I want it in the book. Because many times I've stitched things in, they've moved on me and I was not very happy with their orientation in the book. So, okay, yes, I love that. Okay, this is where you want to put these cute little things. If you want to add anything special. Wait, where'd that doily go? It should be right. Was it the page before? Nope, there it is. Okay, I want to do something with this doily. I'm going to do the same thing. I always do it with the doilies because they constantly move around and they rip. And so I usually try to get them. I guess I could center this one maybe a little bit. Pretty close. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just put it on there. So it's not moving all around and causing me strife when I go to stitch it. Okay. I don't know if anybody else does that, but I do it. I figure anything that'll make my life easy, shortcut it, make it easier. Not shortcut, but just make it easier. Let's see what else have we got. Okay, this one, where do I want that? That's even crooked, so I may have to fix it. Oh, it's crooked on both pages. How did that happen? I folded it perfectly. Yeah, you know, they don't, these Italian books are honestly printed crooked. So let's see if I can fix that up. Let me fix it. Did I make it worse? No, what did I do? There. There, I think I got it. There, that's straight now. Goodness. Okay, that's good. And that one's not fabulous, but it's okay. Just have to make sure it's like even. Well, it's good enough. Okay. Now, this one, I may want to go down a little bit because I do want to see that rose. So I do like that, so I may go ahead and just add a dollop of glue. I'm sure there are some people who would say, oh, don't do that, but this works for me. So totally up to you what you want to do. You do you, and I'm going to do me. Okay, so we're going to move this up a lot. And I'm going to want to put this on here. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue there so it doesn't move. Okay, I hope everything's okay. Hubby's outside my door. Everything okay, hun? Okay, still filming. Okay, so just making sure everything's cool. I don't have anything weird going on that I don't know about. Where did my, oh, there it is. Okay. Now this one, I'm just making my life as easy as I can when I go to stitch this in, right? I'll just put a tiny drop of glue there. It's not going to make a huge difference, but enough that I'm not frustrated. Okay. There we go. I think I got it. Okay. Now, so we actually have a natural pocket there that we can open out and put something in there. We can seal it. And then, so that gives us a pocket. This gives us, it could be a pocket or a tuck. This gives us a pocket and a tuck. Oh, see that? Don't want that to happen though. Darn it. That's going to make it hard for me to open. You do have to be careful if your glue seeps out. See, this one's okay, but that moved. All right, so that was a problem, but that's okay. That's fine. Got a tuck there. And so we've got like 2 pockets and 2 tucks built in. So we don't have to add a lot of pockets because there's no ephemera that goes with this. So everything has to be made, which I believe is going to be lace for me. I'm going to use lace everything for this. Got to decide if there's anything I want to trim before I put this together. I'm thinking if I suck it in, is that going to work? I feel like that's going to be a problem. Like I need to pull my center, which has that on it, which isn't a problem. I mean, I can just put it on the cutter and cut it. But I'm just going to leave it. I don't mind that it comes out. Some people like it dead even. I could care less. That does not bother me. I like that it sticks out. I want it to be more natural looking. And when I add lace, you're never going to see it anyway. I do like it when the top and bottom is pretty even. That is important to me. So I need to get some water. It's dry today and hot. And I don't really want to start coughing. Now, is there any other places I want to add one of those little cards? There was another place that I was thinking I might want something. So let's do it now before we do anything else. Can't put it there. But I could put one there. Is there anything I want to go there? I love this little bunny. Isn't he adorable? I don't mind him. She's really pretty too. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Let me cut a couple things. I'll trim them on my trimmer. I think it's going to be easier for me if I just start here and then go through the trimmer to get them straight, because, you know, I mean, I could cut dead straight, but I'm tired today, so I didn't sleep great last night. So I slept, but not good. Tossed and turned a lot, woke up a lot. You know, the fun stuff we don't like to do. It took me a while to get there, so yeah, harder today than I would like to be, but that's okay. Doesn't mean I can't craft. It just means I'm maybe not as sharp as I would like to be. Let's get our little trimmer out and see if we want to add any more goodies, because I just think these are so cute. Up. I might not want to add it. I might want to just glue something on there, but I mean, because there are smaller versions that I could glue right on there. I just want to know if I want to tuck it in, you know, like we just did on the other piece. I'm surprised this thing still cuts. It was very inexpensive. I wasn't happy with it when I first got it, but I had to learn that I have to pull it down and towards the base. If you end up pulling it away when you're bringing it down, it'll munch your papers, but you know, you have to learn the pressure and the angle you need to pull your guillotine down, and that's with any guillotine. So I was thinking about maybe putting him like right here. That's very cute. Or putting her right there, because she's pretty. Oh dear, so what do we do? What do we do? What do we want to do? I don't know. I don't like that white line up there. I do bunnies year round. I mean, this one sort of reminds me of, well, what's her name? Alice in Wonderland. But I really like this one. So I'm thinking, let's do this one. I think this is really pretty. So I'm actually gonna score this a little bit because I want it to fold really well. And you just use a ruler and your pointy, something pointy. Could be whatever. An embossing, could be embossing tool. It can be whatever you want. I'm going to cut the corners like I've been doing. No, not that. Okay. Oh, she's very pretty. Now she can go up, down, in between. She can go to the top. I think I'm going to put her right about there, maybe. I'll put her lower. That way I can see the roses. Maybe right about there. Now that would be pretty in there as well, right? So I'm liking that. That's good. See, we're already decorating. And we haven't even put it together. But this way, you're like way ahead of yourself. Now, this kit does have tiny little ones. Oh, yes. Look at these little ones. Isn't that pretty? Oh, she's so pretty. Look at all these. Oh, she's gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to use those to decorate with. Maybe create some pockets, too. There's 3 sizes in here. Let me see what else. Oh, and I've got another set over here. Okay, so I've got pockets. I've got all kinds of things I can do with these. So this is a great kit for what we're doing. I'll have to get an envelope for this. My favorite envelopes are no longer in stock through Amazon, so I'm frustrated. Oh, well, what are you going to do, right? That's okay. My paper that I left to print on, this paper that I printed this on, my 48 pound was out of stock forever, and it came back in. So I was like, yay. But it comes and goes, you know. So I order quite a bit at a time. In fact, I believe I'm due for another order. Got a couple things I got to reorder. I did reorder my pouches, which is these. And I ordered some kind of smaller pouch, you know, because they didn't have what my original ones are out. And yeah, that adds another color. It's pretty. It's giving us some images. We're getting some things in here now. We're starting to get some. She's in there. She's down there. But it's not like in your face down, you know. I think I like that. I think I do. I don't know. I hope I like that there. I thought I did. Then I put it in there and now I'm like, I don't know. Do I want bunny instead? Oh dear. Let's see. Let's see. do I want Bunny? I mean, he's on the fold, and that's fine with me because I didn't really want to see the red on that page. Do I want Bunny on there? No, no, I don't think so. I think she's fine. I think she's okay. I think it's fine. I do know I need to. Okay, I just wanted take that edge off that. Yeah, I do like it. Now, where do I want to put it? Right there? Maybe right there. I mean, there is that green in there. I don't know what my cover is going to be yet. I'll come up with something there. Something probably from her kits, one of her kits. Okay, let me see. The other place that would look good, which I just put that on there, but then I just realized there was another place I thought it would look good. Oh, no, it wouldn't look good there because... Oh, I can't. I went and glued that page on there. I wasn't thinking. Oh, well, it happens. Okay, it's fine. Let me glue that in place, though. Where to go? Hello? Yeah, put that there. Maybe put it down lower, not leave it at the top. Make it a side tuck pocket, maybe. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I think the way I did it the first time where I pulled it out and I did it this way was better. That way it didn't spread everywhere. Oh dear. Ugh. Where was I going to put that? Right there? Is that where I was going to put it? I don't remember now. Okay, you guys, I don't remember. All right, well. Well, it's going there regardless of where I was going to put it. That's where it is now, and that's where it's going to stay. So, yes. I think this is going to be a really pretty journal. I do. I hope it is. Oh, man, I'm hoping it'll be a pretty journal. Once in a blue moon, I do make one that I really don't like. So, you know, it can happen. Okay, so I hope everybody's going to have a good weekend and doing something fun and you're crafting with me some point in the weekend. Or maybe you have the next week off and it's all good. Yeah, I definitely have space to put pockets and things if I really want to. I love that on there. I think it's fine. Okay. Oh my goodness, I'm getting tired. Okay, so we'll see where we're at. I may be ready to quit. 1 minute, 1:03, yep. Okay, is there anything else I want to put on there before I stop doing what I'm doing? Let me see. I wanted to see if there were other, oh yeah, there are others, but they're all vertical. They're really tall. I just love that little girl. I think she would be so pretty. There's a page I was thinking she would be lovely on. And I did not glue her in, so I could go ahead and do that. I actually like both of these. They're both great. I've got such a dull spot in these scissors. I guess I'm going to have to break out the ones. I bought like 20 pairs of scissors and I don't like any of them. I hate that when I get hooked on a pair. I do the same thing when I'm sewing too. I get hooked on a pair of scissors and I will not change over. I don't want to. I will fight it. I don't like change at all. Absolutely detest it. And of course, that's been nothing but change for the last 7 years. So I don't know what my deal is. I should just give up on that because, well, the more you fight it, the more it happens. So I'm not going to fight it. Everything is what it is, right? All right. Let's go here. All right. I've got that. Now, she is so darn pretty. I would love her on there, but I am wondering if I would just be just as happy gluing her on there instead of like trying to put her in the journal. Because what I was thinking is I would fold it on that edge and then it could just sit in the journal like that. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Let me see. How much would I want to fold down? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it would fit. It's getting pretty fat. It might not work. I don't know. She's a cutie though. She's a little fairy. I think she's a fairy. I don't know what she is, but she's adorable. I did a terrible job. Okay. Oh my goodness, isn't she cute? Oh gosh, she's adorable. I said gosh. I didn't say a bad word. I said gosh. Okay. She is adorable. Darling, darling, darling. Cute, cute. Oh my gosh, adorable. Darling. Okay. Oh goodness, it would be good if I actually did something with this. Gosh, my bracelets are all strangling my arm. They're strangling the arm. Now, I could go back later and do a little stamping, or I could do a little, you know, stenciling if I want. Oh, the hiccups. Great. I want to put that up there. Oh, she's cute. Yeah, I think I might close it and make that a text spot. Put a small little something in there. It's just darling. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And that's cute on the back there too. Oh, very cute. Very, very cute. So we're decorating as we go, really, if you look at it. I think that is what's happening here. I'm going to be careful with my glue this time. I got a little sloppy, which is a no-no when you're doing this kind of thing. This way I know she'll be where she's supposed to be. Oh my goodness, that's cute. Oh, I'm loving it. It's so cute. Okay, I've glued that on. Did I glue that music page in that I just did? No. But I'm thinking I might want to do that. I might take a little bite out of that and do that. Okay. I feel like I needed some ink there because I might have broke the paper a bit there. Okay. Okay. Oh, gosh, guys. So there we have it. We are getting the beginning of this whole big project going. And it's not a big project. I mean, yeah. I mean, that can be... I don't know that you would write on that. I don't think I'd want to because there's all that writing space. I don't think it needs to, and you could write around it. But I'm thinking I might glue it down and make it a pocket. Or just across the bottom and make it a tuck. You know, I know it's way up the page, but I have little bits and pieces. You know, these smaller cards, you know, could be tucked in. Not that card, that's a big one. But if you had a small card, you could tuck it in. I do have a bunch of small ones in this. So, plus, you know, postcards and a million other little bits and pieces. So, oh. Do I have that upside down? No, it's going on the right side. Okay, you guys, I don't think I'm going to stitch it in right now because it is getting late and I think we're been on here probably long enough. I mean, I have lots of other bits and pieces to glue on if I want to from other kits. I mean, there's a million things I could decorate this with. So I don't feel like that's a problem. I've got words, I've got all kinds of, and tons of G-Curt kits. So, I mean, gosh, I think I have plenty of goodness to play with here. And I have all these these would be the good ones for tucks, but I am going to go have myself go through and get one of every page, get it backed, you know, so I don't end up with this the same? That's the same. So that one, that one, that one, that one. I did that one. Anyway, I'm going to go through and print on the back, so I have some pretty backs on these so that they can be, you know, used as journal cards, and then, you know, glue on the others. So, okay, this is the beginning of a very simple cardstock journal, and tall cardstock journal, which I think you will enjoy playing with. It feels awesome in your hands. When you tie it all together and you flip the pages, it just feels so incredibly good. Like I said, this would be great for your scrapbook papers. Cut them down because they don't need to be 12 by 12. 12 tall is fine, but you really only want to make them 12 by 7 and 12 by 8, I would say, is the biggest. I would go 12 by 8. Cut your sheets 12 tall, 8 wide, fold them in half, and then you're going to have a great... So get your double-sided scrapbook paper or single-sided if you just want plain white on the back. Some people love the white. I do not, but this is, I pre-printed on the back, so we're good to go. So get yourself your papers and come and craft with me. I think you'll have a great time. This is a wonderful project, especially if you're new and you want to do a tall journal and you've never done one. This will be so quick and so easy. You saw me in an hour. Look what I was able to do. Not only get these other little pages together, but start kind of creating some decor on here besides just the plain pages. Give it some dimension so everything's not like in the exact same spot, and create a little... I want to see what these look like on the back. I never did do this. A little happiness going here. We want to see, oh yeah, see, that's cute. That makes a little tuck spot. You could really do something with that. You can tuck a card under there, put a little glue on it, and it'll become a tuck spot. And same with that. We can add a page to it. We can add a postcard to it. We can add all kinds of things. So I was just looking to see what all those little goodies look like when I was adding them. So yeah, I love this. So I'll go through it one more time, make sure I have everything where I want it. And then I'll tie it together, and you will see this probably in my next video. We'll probably try to decorate it up, or maybe I'll put the laces on it, and then we can add pockets and doodads. But I've got to figure out, what do I want for a cover, and do I want to wrap something around? I'm thinking maybe one of my vintage doilies would be cool. I do have some gorgeous pieces coming from Rachel at Roxy Creation. I did buy some gorgeous applique pieces from her, and I think they would be really lovely on here, wrapped around this. So, or I could wait till it comes, applique it on, maybe hand stitch it on to a white doily and wrap it around here, and then add some really pretty ribbon or lace or something to tie it up. So yeah, this is going to be a fun project. I'm really excited. When I saw G come out with this, she showed it in a video, I went, oh, this is right up my alley. I absolutely have to make this. So I probably will go through and ink a few of the edges, because I think there's a little bit too much white on there. I don't think I'm going to add any metal corners. I think I'm going to keep this soft and rounded and lacy and just yummy, you know, because it just feels so good. So, okay, guys, you have a wonderful Saturday, a wonderful weekend, and beginning of next week, I hope it's fabulous for you. I am trying to do videos Tuesday and Thursday, but unfortunately next week is graduation, so I do not believe there will be any videos next week, unless I happen to make one on Sunday, maybe for Thursday or something like that. And then Saturday of the next week is the party. So I'm going to be on vacation. So go and watch my old videos, comment on them, put a like on them. That keeps the channel current, so it'll still be here when we get back from vacation. The shop will be coming back. So enjoy this video, and like I said, go watch the old ones, and keep in mind everything's on vacation, myself, my daughter, and our shop. So we'll see you all very soon. I love you guys. Hugs and kisses. Bye bye.